Hello, and once again, welcome to yet another episode of the Diary of a Lawyer. And in this episode, we're going to quickly look at the former Fugees musician Pras Michael, who has been, according to public records such as the NPR, other media reports, has been found guilty of 10 criminal charges. And a federal jury in Washington, D.C. has convicted Pras Michael of 10 criminal charges, including conspiracy, failing to register an agent of China as an agent of China, and witness tampering. Now, obviously, people might remember Pras Michael as part of the hip hop trio of Fugees. So it's really interesting how this, transcends and goes into, a fully fledged, if you like, conviction in this case. So, just the basic details. The group Fugees, as you remember, had a popular album, very popular back in the 90s, which was The Score, and is still popular to today. But by the sort of early 2000s, Pras Michael's said to be reinventing himself as a political power player and a businessman. And federal prosecutors say he alleged that he was spending a lot of money looking for a big payday, and that somehow led him to a Malaysian billionaire named Joe Law, who was at the center of this trial. Law, spelled L-O-W, is said to be on the run from justice, so Michael stood trial alone in DC. Now, admittedly, this is slightly confusing and entangled case, so let's just try to briefly break down some of the issue. But it is somehow complicated. Now, the charges are 10, and he was convicted on all of them. And on the most said serious, according to public records such as NPR, he was stated that he could face as many as 20 years in prison when he's sentenced. Now, this goes back, according to public records, goes back to 2012, when the Justice Department said he used Joe Law's alleged illegal foreign money to buy seats for people at fundraisers to help re-elect then former President Obama. And then years later, after the FBI started investigating Joe Law for allegedly stealing money, Law wanted Michel and others to help him convince the Trump White House to go easy in Law and drop that investigation. Now, according to the case, one part of the scheme was to apparently try to get Trump to send a dissident leaving the US back to China to curry favor with the Chinese government. But the alleged common thread here is that the former Fuji singer managed to get around $100 million from Jello to try to influence the two different US presidential administration, which is, if true, is a staggering amount of money. In his testimony, the singer did indicate that, according to reports, that he growing up in Jersey with very religious parents, and then almost overnight going from the streets of Newark to Park Avenue when Fugees hit it big. And he talked about his lifestyle of celebrities, and then in cross-examination, he was trying to dissociate himself from that by indicating some of the issues associated with his advisors. And after his testimony, the jury convicted him, and he declined to comment outside the courthouse. But his lawyer David Kenner made brief statements, and his lawyer David Kenner said, "quote: We will certainly appeal this case. This is not over. I remain very, very confident I will ultimately prevail in this matter." And um, and he went on to raise some concerns about the selection of the jury and some of the judges' rulings, which could form a basis of the witness, or sorry, of the appeal. But it's also important to remember that former Attorney General Jeff Sessions testified, and actor Leonardo DiCaprio, who also testified under heavy security, and he, as you remember in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, was apparently allegedly funded by the billionaire J-Lo, and he testified that Lo told him he wanted to spend 20 or 30 million to help re-elect Obama in 2012, which turned out to be pretty important since injecting foreign money into the campaign system was key part of this case against Pras Michael. So that's it in a nutshell in terms of the cases, the issues, and it's very strange case, but we don't get involved in the various sides of the arguments. We just mention what the issues are in the matter. So that's where we shall leave it on this episode of the Diary of a Lawyer, and we'll speak again. Thanks for listening. Thank you. Bye.